All right, y'all. Time for the Bluegrass Stakes coming up here on Saturday. I gotta say, maybe it's just the recency bias, but this looks like maybe the best Bluegrass Stakes I've ever seen. I mean, and this is going back to the. I mean, I've seen every single one at least the past 20 years, with some others in there. The reason I say so most likely is or most strongly is because of Sierra Leone and Dornoch. It look like we got a real rivalry here. It looks like these horses are legit. Um, this whole year's crop to me seems to be legit. A lot of these horses in here, the Justifies, the Good Magics, the Gun Runners, they really seem to be coming through. And when you look at these speed figures and these workout times, I've been looking at these things for decades, and it's a good crop, I could say. So let's just go ahead and get into it here. Number one, um, Top Connor. Jose Ortiz riding this one, a Chad Brown horse. They got him at 15 to 1. He's only run in one race. That should be higher than 15 to 1, I think. It was a decent win, a mile and 138. He's facing some tough competition, though. To me, this horse is going to have to turn out to be a top horse if he's going to get a win in this one. Horse is out of Twirling Candy Ride horse. To me, if you're going with this horse and you got some inside information, or else you're just trying to get lucky with the jockey and the trainer. Number two, speaking of jockey and trainer, I read Ortiz and Todd Pletcher. Um, BU, curling horse, 8 to 1 they got on this one. I think that's a bit generous, or maybe because of the Pletcher Ortiz combination. I still think it's tough to get this horse at 8 to 1 though, being that he's just coming off of breaking his maiden. Don't know if he can handle the dirt or the distance rather. Had trouble at distance races earlier in his career. He did run in the American Pharoah, got third there, fourth in the Hopeful. Um, Broke his maiden at 7 furlongs though, 122. It's decent. Um, Will that translate up now? I think it's going to be a bit much. He showed he didn't like the distance much earlier. Maybe he's probably just a miler or a sprinter. But of course, you got to try to get him to the Kentucky Derby if that's what you're paid to do. Number three, Seize the Gray. 20 to 1 on this one. Nick Juarez horse. Now, um, this horse ran in the Jeff Ruby Stakes. Got third, better than I thought he was going to do. Trained by D. Wayne Lucas. Horse is out of Arrowgate, Mother's Father's Smart Strike. So you're looking at an Unbridled Song Smart Strike combo on that one. So good breeding. Maybe that transition, or the transition rather, to dirt will be good for him. You got to win an optional claimer before that. 144, third in that Jeff Ruby Stakes. Just not impressive enough, I think, to get with this field. And Nick Juarez is riding him. So I think I'm going to pass on this one. But hey, the horse does show some promise, so he may be able to pull something off late. Don't know that he'll be able to get a win. Number four, Dornoch. A lot to like with this horse. They got him at 3 to 1. Luis Saez riding the horse. Horse is out of Good Magic, the curling horse. Mother's Father's Big Brown. Big Brown's another near miss Triple Crown horse. Like there's a whole patch of near miss Triple Crown horses in there. Um, I put Big Brown in that category as well as another horse I'm going to compare this horse to, which is the Fleet Alex. A Fleet Alex knew what was going on. He understood what was going on in the race. Kind of like Smarty Jones. Um, Smarty Jones didn't face that type of competition though, to where he was truly beaten and just rallied and came back. I mean, that is very rare that you see horses that understand, hey, I got to win this race. They understand it's more important to finish first. It's like something they just get. see, most horses get that you got to run fast. Um, these horses really though, this small crop of horses really seems to grasp the concept of getting the win. Fleet Alex showed that multiple occasions, and I saw this out of Dornoch. Um, Now, lightly raced, he's only won what 5 races. He's run third, or finished first in 3 of the 5. Run second in one in 2 of those. Last out was a win in the Fountain of Youth. He got it done. I mean, he understood I got to beat these other horses, and he did it. Time was 143, not that impressive. The thing was in the Remsen. In the Remsen, where he got off big lead, it was similar to Fountain Youth. He's like, I do what I got to do to get this win. And he was beaten by Sierra Leone. Like, honestly, it looked like Sierra Leone just had him. And he was like, "Oh, hold up, no, I'm coming back and I'm getting this." And he battled it out for a photo win. The time was 150, not really representative of the, because like I said, he kind of fell asleep. And Sierra Leone was like, he fell asleep too. He's like, "I got this guy. He's done." But in one of the best races I've seen in a long time, Dornoch fought back to get the win. So anxious to see the rematch in this one. I think Dornoch will be on the lead. And it's going to be really interesting because he and Sierra Leone know that each other is going to be tough competition. So I think that's going to play into this race a lot, and maybe to the detriment of both. Who knows? Number 5, Good Money. Good Money, another good magic horse. This one, mother's father, is stored of humor. So the father's funny side, Derby winner. Javier Castellano jumps on this one. He's never ridden him before. They got him at 20 to 1. Probably going to be higher than that. Fourth last out in the Tampa Bay Derby. Got a win in the maiden special weight before that. So, it's not a lot to like besides the breeding, I think, in this horse, in the jockey. Um, the loss in Tampa was competitive, 4th place, 1 length off. So I mean, that's a good fourth, I guess you could say. So speed wise, I guess he's competitive. Breeding wise, he's competitive. Haven't really seen it yet, though, out of him. Gotta see him take over. This could be the race. This could be the race. He's been competitive. So it will be a competitive race. And I think if, like I say, when you got those rivalries, I don't think they'll burn each other out, but it could happen. I mean, it could happen that the rivals kind of get to each other. But Good Money, he's riding next to his brother. We'll see. We will see if he can step up. Another horse that needs to step up, which has the possibility of stepping up. Here's the 6, Just a Touch. Horse out of Justify, which beat Good Magic twice. You can't really call that a rivalry, even though it seems like a rivalry in my mind. Mother's father's Tap It. So this Florent Giraud horse with Brad Cox, 7 to 2. So I mean, you're going to get some odds out of this one. Very interesting. 2 races, both in the slop. I don't think it's going to be sloppy. I checked the weather. It looks like it's going to be fast. Maiden special weight at Fairgrounds, got to win. 6 furlongs in the slop, 110. Second race, he jumps all the way up to the Gotham. Runs second in the slop in a 136. A 136 in the slop is good, especially in New York. And so just being that he's 2 lengths off of that in the second race, that's a good step up, even though he didn't win. This horse has great workout time, not great workout times, but best I've seen in a few years. 259 breezings in his last out with a 48 before that. This horse looks to be legit. Will Florent Giraud be able to make him legit on paper? I don't know. I think if I read Ortiz Jr. was riding him, I'd like it a lot better. Let me just say that. But Florent Giraud, nothing against him, but he's in this kind of competition, I don't know. I think he's going to have to prove to me that he's better than I think he is, and he's got the horse to do it. Will he get it done? It's going to be tough competition. Like I said, we'll see if Laurent Giroux can get it done. I do like this horse. Win or lose, I see this horse doing something in the future. Um, we'll see if he can make it in the Bluegrass here. Number 7, Latlong. Latlong, a Liam's Map horse. Um, Liam's Map out of Unbridled Song. Street Cry on the other side of that tree. Street Sense his father. So you say some good breeding. Not up to par, I say you say with the some of these other horses just because of how strong they look. Um, Latlong, however, 30-1. Good odds for a horse that I think may be able to do something only because of the pace. BJ Hernandez riding this one. Third last out in the Lecomte. Got a win in the maiden special weight before that. So hasn't really put the times together. Yes, had to check my notes on that one because I wrote some really tiny writing, but it's important. BJ Hernandez has never won on this horse. He's ridden him all of his career except the race that he won. Julian Leperot was riding in that race. Bullet time last out, Churchill Downs, 46-second breezing. I mean, that speaks for itself. Horse looks ready to go. Will BJ Hernandez be ready to go? Once again, this is going to be on the jockey to me. And I'm really not sure that the horse is really up to par with some of these others, but that 46-second breezing says otherwise. So we'll see what he does on Saturday. Number 8, Epic Ride. Alex Paschiza riding this one. They got him at 20-1. Horse out of Blame. Blame, one of my favorite horses of all time, because he's a horse that I called on one of the biggest upsets of all time. Not sure the horse is fully bred as well as he needs to be competitive in this one. I think the horse is going to be riding near the front with Dornoch. I think that may come to his detriment. All his races have been on artificial, too. Second, the John Battaglia got a win in this Leonidas. Win before that in breaking his maiden. I just don't like this jump over from artificial to dirt. The jump from turf to artificial and artificial to turf seems to translate a lot better. Some horses do it. Some horses can run on anything. I'm sure if they had races on the beach, horses like Curlin would probably be able to win on the beach. But it's don't know that this translates well in this tough a competition because, like I said, this is one of the best Bluegrass stakes I've seen in a while. So Epic Ride is definitely going to have his work cut out for him in this one. Number 9, Magatu. Mugatu. Knew that was going to get me on this one. Horse out of Biofield. Don't know much about that one other than he's sired by a Quality Road. Union Rags on the other side. So good but not top breeding, I would say, out of this one. They got him at 30-1. Joe Talmo coming over to ride this one. Last out, 8th in the Rushaway. That was by 2 lengths, though. 144, artificial surface. 4th in the John Battaglia, artificial surface. 3rd before that at Turfway in an optional claimer. On another artificial surface. Horse is very heavily raced, though. For a 3-year-old, 11 races. He raced 7 times as a 2-year-old. So the experience might be something to make you want to throw this horse into a exotic, possibly. I don't know about taking him for a win, though. Number 10, talking about taking horses for a win, Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone, 2-1. I don't know why they really got him as the 2-1, being he was beat by Dornoch. Tyler Gaff Leone riding this one, trained by Chad Brown. We got this rivalry ready to shape up again. This horse is out of Gunrunner, Mother's Father's Malibu Moon, which is an AP Indy horse. So you got some little step up in the breeding, not the strongest, but I mean, all these horses are bred pretty well. I mean, with the crop of horses they're picking from these days, it's hard to breed a bad horse, I would say, um, from that angle. But last out, got to win in the Risen Star. Time was 152, so you want to see a better time than that. He got it done, though, in the slop. Last race before that was the second by a nose in the Remsen. That was against Dornoch, where he got caught after he thought he caught Dornoch. He got caught by a nose. So definitely looking for some revenge in that one. Before that, broke his maiden mile in 136 at Aqueduct, so that's good. That's solid. That's strong. Uh, don't know necessarily that this is a two-horse race, but it looks like it's shaping up that way. And Sierra Leone, it definitely looks to get revenge. He's looking to get revenge on Dornoch. Number 11, Encino. Flavian Pratt jumping on this one. 12-1. Horses coming off a win in the John Battaglia. Win before that at turf weight and maiden special weight. Hasn't got the time you'd want to see, nor the surface. He's never run on dirt. Got all his wins, all his races on, and all his wins by that virtue on artificial surface. So another horse making that jump over. Got to see if it translates well enough. Derby winner Nyquist is his father. Mother's father is Bernardini. So like I said, he's bred for the distance. Not that super strong breeding, not like some Awesome Again or a Tappet or somebody in there like that, which you like to see, especially when you're looking at a horse that's jumping over to the dirt from an artificial history. Now, pace of this one, I think it's Dornoch's going to get it. Dornoch, I think, is going to take the lead. I think that is it's what he likes to do. I don't think there's a speed. I mean, the only other horse I really have up there with him is going to be Epic Ride. I don't think Epic Ride's going to take it faster than Dornoch. I got Dornoch taking this one. I mean, I wrote probably a 50. Yeah, a 46. Right. I got a 46. I don't think Epic Ride's going to take it faster than a 46, so I got Dornoch with the lead. I got good money in there behind him. Got the 9 Mugatu in there, and also the 11 Encino. I do have riding in that pace there. I think it probably breaks out to be too much of a pace for those horses. I'm looking at Sierra Leone come storming from the back, which he likes to do. He likes to come storming in. He can come wide, 7-8 lengths wide, and the slop doesn't bother him. So I think Sierra Leone's going to come storming in there. Dornoch's going to be up front. So I do think we're going to get into that rivalry matchup again. All these other horses coming off the pace, I don't think we'll be able to catch them. I do think that the 6, just a touch, the Justify horse, Florent Giraud, Brad Cox, I think he does make a move. Think he ends up running third, though. I went back and forth with him running third. And Encino, I think, even though he will be in it, I think Encino holds on for fourth. I was kind of thinking Encino might run third. But I think the positioning is, and the fact, I think this just a touch is a bit better horse. I think he's a strong horse to look for something in the future. So I think that he will be running third. Now, getting down to this rivalry. When you look at horses battle and you get into these rivalry situations, it seems that one horse always just has the better. It's the better of the two. And sometimes the other one gets the win and it goes back and forth. So I'm going with Dornoch. I really like the way he recovered. He really seems to get it. Even though Sierra Leone has stormed in twice now to get big wins in the Risen Star, big win, looked like it was going to be a big win in the Remsen. I expect him to do the same. I don't think he's going to get the win this time, though. I think Dornoch is just serious. And I got to go with Dornoch for the win. So I'm going 4, 10, 6, 11. Now, while I can't tell anyone how to bet, that's just way too complicated. You would need to spend a good amount of time with any person for really telling them how to bet. Now, there are some best bets, though, I like to look at. In a race like this, it's going to be two strong favorites. No doubt the money's going to be all on them. So go and win, place, and exacta. If, in my situation, you like those two horses, um, probably not. I mean, probably not going to be worth it. That's the kind of solid big stack and bet if you want to do, because it's not going to pay very much. If you're looking for something with a bang, I'm thinking maybe you box the two up front and play an all in the try, maybe, or just maybe try to eliminate the fakers you think that don't really have a chance of running in the money, and play a few horses behind those two. I may do it that way myself. You always got to see what the actual odds are coming up, going about at least less than 10 minutes into the race. But looking at the way the odds shake down, I kind of like that. A try keying those two up front and then running maybe an all or picking a few favorites in there. Definitely, I want to throw the 6 and the 11 into that mix up, and then maybe you might want to do the same thing with a super. Play the two horses up front and then mix up those others in the super. So that's my little tip on a betting strategy. I guess you could say it's not really a tip on a bet; it's a betting strategy that you could use in a race like this, where you really are going to end up having two strong favorites. Strong favorite, I consider a horse to be in the 8 to 5 range. Um, and that 8 to 5 is very important. That's the golden ratio for those that understand that in the Fibonacci sequence. But 8 to 5 is important. Both these horses look to be in that range, so that's something you might want to consider as you look at it. If you want to play against these horses, though, that's when you go for the winners. In like I said, the exactas and the places and shows, because or the places and wins, because if you think these two horses are not going to win, obviously a lot of money is going to be dumped into these horses. So playing the other side of that is lucrative only if you believe it. I do not at all really think you should bet a bunch of stuff just because of the odds. There's people that do that make money. I'm a horse player, so me to play a bunch of stuff that I didn't pick just doesn't make any sense. If you get my drift, and I really don't know that it's that. I really don't think it's better. I mean, I really don't think it's better just guessing and going with odds, um, strictly. Strictly. Sometimes you want to use big odds in your favor when they are available. Um, but that's a whole different conversation. I'm not going to get any much more into that. 4, 10, 6, 11. I'm going with Dornoch for the win. Sierra Leone running a close second. Drop your comments, your picks in the comment section as well, of course. And I will see you all for the next video coming up for the next other two races. We got two more coming up, the Wood, and we've got Santa Anita.